Hey everybody, welcome to this video sculpting class. I'm going to show you a quick, fun way to sculpt the star of the children's book that I wrote and illustrated called Invasion of the Burbs. His name is Nux, this little guy right in front of you, and we're going to use this software for making 3D animation and models called Blender. Now Blender is completely free. It's a fantastic piece of software that's used for video games, television shows, and movies. I use Blender to create the entire book, Invasion of the Burbs. So it's helpful if you know the basics of Blender or 3D. Say you're using other types of 3D software, but it's not a requirement. I'm going to go nice and slow and keep this very simple. You basically need a decent laptop or desktop computer. If you're going to play a video game on it, you can definitely run Blender. A mouse and an open mind is all the other things you're going to need. 3D software can look scary, but the reality is that when I work on television shows and movies, I usually only use part of the software. I don't know all of it. We're usually specialized. There's some that just make the models, like the spaceships and the characters. There's some that just do the animation. There's some that just do the lighting. There's some that just make the pretty colors, which we call materials. We're going to do the fun part, the most fun part in my opinion. We're going to do basically a sculpt, very similar to what you would do if you were playing with clay in art class, except it's going to be on the computer, and I'm going to show you basic shortcuts, little secrets on how to create this character and make it as fun as possible along the way. And just remember, this is about having fun. In the beginning, we're not usually as happy with the things that we do when we first start drawing or playing with clay or sculpting or even playing a sport. It's always a journey, and that's the fun part of it. Being open and okay with the fact that you know we're not going to be very good in the beginning. But if you practice and practice some more and you learn and you're open-minded to suggestions and being taught, you can grow and get better at virtually anything. So if you don't have Blender, you can download it, www.blender.org, and you can just go right here, download, click that, and you go to releases. So the version I'm using is 3.6 LTS. LTS means long-term support. That just means it's very stable. There's problems with it, they're fixing it, so they'll always have an updated version, and you can just click on it and just follow the prompts. It's very simple. You just click on it, download it, and then you just double click and install. Now if you want to learn the basics of Blender and you're a little afraid of just jumping right into it, you can go to the Blender YouTube page, youtube.com, and just type in the search bar Blender, and you'll come up on their page. It's really great, shows you all the different things they make and create with this amazing software. Look behind the scenes. This is a weekly talk about the new things being added to the software. And if you scroll all the way down, you can see the Blender Open Movies. You can see all these different animated movies that they've created with the software. Some of it's very cartoony, some of it's very realistic or hyper stylized. Some of it kind of has almost a stop motion feel to it. But if you just go right underneath that, you'll see Blender Fundamentals. And if you just click on that, you'll go to this long list of videos that take you through all the basics. They're pretty short, they're not very long, and it'll take you through the basics of using the software. Doesn't go into depth or anything, but it just kind of gets you comfortable with everything. Okay? And if you are feeling up to it, we can jump right in and start working with this guy. Get your software up and running, and we will start this fun little tutorial.